Something you need, stranger? Well, wouldn't you know it, the keg does in fact belong to me. That right there is the finest sample of sweet rot meth brew ever made. Well, truthfully, it's the only sample of sweet rot meth brew ever made. My own invention, if you can believe it. You see, the Khajiit aren't typically fond of rot meth. I think the rancid meat smell is what turns them off. That's why I added plenty of moon sugar to my brew. It's sure to be a hit now. The keg must have dropped out of our wagon, which is a little odd, given that my husband should have been sitting right by it. Oh well, no harm done. And here's a reward for your troubles. Not sure what we would do if we lost this beauty. Dearest, come look at this. A stranger found my rot meth keg on the side of the road. Can you believe it?
Oh, look at that. Must have fallen right off the wagon. How lucky someone found it.
And it should be nice and fermented by now. You can finally test it.
Of course. Let me just drink this. Oh, so delicious brew.
Well, how does it taste? Huh. Looks like I'll need to tweak the recipe a bit.
Have you heard about the dragon sightings in elsewhere? Multiple dragons. Dark moons. One dragon is bad enough.
More than her. This one saw a dragon the other day.
Watch your step in the stitches.
Frightening.
You'll want to find another place to rest your feet, stranger. These stitches are about to burst. It won't be much longer before the whole place unravels, as it were. There's a new Khajiit in charge, Kazda, and he enjoys throwing his weight around. Between this one and you, most in the stitches find Kazda's leadership lacking, but none will stand up to him. Though this one heard rumors Tasnasi is back. No friend of Kazda's, this one can tell you. She's recruiting for a job, or so the rumors say. This one doubts she'll have much luck convincing someone local to make an enemy of Kazda. But someone passing through. Last I heard, Tasnasi was camped on the north rim of the scar, but this one doubts she'll stick around for long. The moment Kazda catches wind of her, he'll have her throat slit. It's the closest thing to a settlement out here. Imagine a river hold on the edge of a cliff, painted with rum and horse dung. Then invite every outlaw, bandit, and exile to live there. That's the stitches. You didn't hear this from me, but he's a thug who thinks he's a king. Sits in Merville Keep, counting coin and letting his thugs run the stitches into the ground. Well, deeper into the ground. A thief who got run out of town not long after Kazda took over. He's the only one worth robbing in the stitches, so my gold's on her job involving his ill-gotten gains. Gutsy to cross Kazda, but he already wants her dead. What she got to lose? It's the closest thing to a settlement out here.
Tasnazi does not know you. That's good. She knows everyone in the stitches. Those who aren't in Kazda's pocket, she can count on one paw. This one has a job for someone who'd rather pick it. An unknown face like yours is just what she needs. Kazda, The dung eater that runs the stitches has a hoard of gold beneath Merville Keep. Taznazi plans to make it hers. Ours. If you're interested, we need to move soon. The stitches gets worse by the day. Kazda may leave, and his coin with him. To take from Kazda is no crime. His predecessor, Dashing the Salzo, amassed the coin. Kazda only wallows in it, like a pig in its filth. A cruel, stupid pig. Now he lets the stitches shuffle to ruin. This is his just punishment. We also need Taznazi's old crew, Vol, Sarin, and Nazdar. Vol just did a job for Jubani. He'll be at her junk shop. Sarin's likely at the Goiter's Gulp, and Nazdar caterwauling somewhere. We'll meet in the bowl at the bottom of the scar.
These ropes delivered.
True. But why keep paying when we can just make you do it for free? Now get inside.
Hey, you're not one of Jubani's thugs. Can you get me out of here? I'm getting out of here. Catch up to me so I can thank you properly. Thanks for your help back there. Jubani and her thugs are a bunch of hammers that think everything is a nail. Geniuses included. Altruism isn't a thing in the Stitches. So what do you want? Need a lock picked? Something repaired? Taznazi, huh? That's funny. I was just thinking about her recently, seeing what's gone on around this dump. How it's gotten, dumpier than usual. But she's pulling together a job. I swore that Kazda ran her out of town when he took over. Last time I ran my mouth, Jubani sent her unexpectedly handsome thugs after me. I'm not spilling any more secrets. But it's nice to know Taznazi's still around. She really loves this place after all. Even after everything that's happened to her. Well, Jubani's sure to notice I'm missing. Joining up with a crew seems like a good way to keep my fingers unbroken. So sure, whatever Taznazi's playing at, I'm in. The bowel. Well, that's ironic. I'll head there after I get my tools and find another pair of small clothes.
What is it?
The moons? Ah, my fur! What was in this bucket? Whatever your death wish is, it's granted! Oh, my head. Just tell me what you're doing here before I turn your heart into a tomato. Oh, really? Taznas is still kicking around? A little good news to go around with all this bad. Like a fly in wine. Be careful of the wine, by the way. There's flies in it. I didn't say that. Well, what I mean is that I'd like to, but if Taznasi wants me for my magical skill, I have some bad news. My focus is gone. I mean my other focus. My arcane focus. A bubble to focus magica. I'm useless without it. I may have planned it. To Lulius and Skippy and Averno. I'd give the gold back, but Kazda's really gouging the price of a bottle these days. Even the swill in this flop house. The Avernos are inside. Get my focus back, and I'll owe you.
Said Nalitha the Avuncular, even in somber times must the wayfarer be offered greetings. Nazdar greets you, wayfarer, though his times are somber indeed. What brings you to this one? Hotaza the Corpulent often said, the forgetting of friends is a grievous wrong. Wise words. Tasnasi has not visited him in some time, but this one has not forgotten her. So believe Nazdar when he regretfully declines her invitation. This one has lost a prized possession, a lute gifted by a dear, departed friend. It has buoyed Nazdar's soul for so long, he sinks without it. Weighed down as such, he cannot be the fleet walker Tasnasi needs him to be. Truly? This one was practicing his lute in the canyon below, but his playing attracted irascible beasts. He was forced to leave it behind as he scrambled up the cliffs. The truth, however, noxious is sweeter than the rose blossom, to quote the venerable Bate. Nazdar plays, but not well. The others throw things at him when he practices, so he plays where he can be alone. A saint. He once led the Stitches, not to glory perhaps, but away from shame. Even saints do not live forever, nor did he. But as Balant the Canonical said, the dead recalled in good memories are the true saints of our lives.
Careful where you flaunt your... You caught a striking figure, Walker. There are many dangers to such an enviable personage in the Stitches. All of Elsewhere, in fact, if you cast the shadow long enough. Hear this one, and he will tell you how to grease the right palms to pass unmolested. Just so, sleek one, just so. You walk tall, with the heavy footfalls that signify an abundance of pride and gold. Unless you wish to keep low and beneath notice, like humbles the hum, there is a price to be paid, willingly or not. Of course, Five Claw, of course! All the more reason to fear crossing the purring lyre on the road. The thief god delights in stealing pride even more than riches. Better to make a friend of Rajin first by acquiring him an offering or three. Start your pilgrimage here with the ledger from the Goiter's Gulp. An idol from Riemann would make a nice addition to this temple. Ah, and fine silks from the merchants at the Valenwood Gate. Yes. Are idols and vestments not fitting offerings for a temple to Rajin? But you wonder why these particular items, and not just anything, will do. It is because these things belong to those Rajin approves of robbing. Rajin's sleek shadow! You steal away moments of my life with a skill to rival the thief himself! Have you met a merchant, a priest, or a fence whose wealth could not stand to be humbled? Neither has the god of footpaths. Besides this one, of course.
Didn't anyone ever teach you that stealing
Someone
is wrong?
stop that person!
Blah, can't get the taste out of my mouth. It's awful. Good, Kazda's made the stitches unpalatable, like that swill he's got the tavern pouring. I'm ready to get out, but I wouldn't mind batting Kazda's tail along the way. I'm sure Taznasi feels the same. I need a moment or two. Look, I'll meet you at the bowl once the world stops spinning. Just a mage looking for something at the bottom of a bottle. I don't really know. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if I ever knew.
As Zubacha the Hermit said to Intasi after returning from his grand pilgrimage, "Hello. This one is cheered to see you without the blemishes of harm." As often said by Polu the Overstating, this is worthy of celebration. You have done this one a great turn. In the dark days the Stitches find themselves in, it is good to hold a memory of brighter times. Your kindness reminds Nazdar of the love dashing Dasalzo had for the Stitches in life. This one recalls many joys in the company of Tasnazi and the others. He would like to feel them again. Nazdar will go where Tasnazi bids.
That's everyone. Tasnazi must speak with you. Tasnazi has not seen her old crew in some time. Not since... Never mind. You were not followed, yes? Tasnazi is not welcome in the Stitches. Associates of Tasnazi, also not welcome. Kazda was lieutenant to Dashing the Salzo. Tasnazi as well, until he was found with her knife in his back. No one cared if she was innocent. They wanted someone to blame, and Kazda gave them an answer. After everything, they turned their backs on her. It's not. No, you're right. Tasnazi says she hates this place. She should hate this place. But the Stitches is her home, her family. Tasnazi won't sit idle while Kazda destroys it. Her reasons aren't important. We should discuss the plan. Today, we hit Kazda right under his nose. We'll break into the basement of the Mirville Keep through this sewer, so long as Vol can pick the locks.
Ah, locks. Cute. Might as well be fancifully knotted ribbons to me.
Good. At the courtyard, we'll have sentries, but Serin's teleportation spell should let us pass unnoticed.
Were you talking to me?
We'll enter the palace through a second-floor storage room. Nazdar will scale the wall and drop a rope for us.
As spake Urwa the Observant. I see.
Tasnazi and the newcomer will handle any trouble that comes our way. Let's get started. Nice to see you back at work, Bo.
Good to be working. You're less of a taskmaster than Jew, Bonnie. Now, let's find some more locks.
Good luck, and work quickly.
There's the lock. Watch my back, won't you? Let's get going. Might need an ebony pick for this one. You know the drill. Bit stiff, that one. Glad I'll keep machine guns in my hair. Kazda's done some redecorating, I see. Not sure I like it. Keep the coast clear, won't you? There. That's the last of them. My fingers are getting sore. Hey, that's our way to the courtyard.
They're through. No lagging behind. Serene, it's your turn.
Everyone stand still. You're making me crazy. Just need to concentrate. Focus the power. Imagine the destination. All right, here we go.
What the?
So far, so good. Now, Vol.
You're sure?
To quote the barkeep, you look sick. This one prefers his feet.
Thought I lost you. Moons, you're not hurt, are you? All your limbs in place? And Nazdar's looking pretty good, actually. Now the not good. You and Nazdar didn't quite make it to where I intended, and it will be a while before I can cast something like that again. You'll have to make your own way here. There is a basic rule of spellcraft. Do not attempt while drunk, or while recently drunk. Never been great with rules. I ended up losing control of the spell while attempting to teleport you and Nazdar. Sorry about that. Taznasi wants you and Nazdar to make your way to the base of the South Tower. That's where we're waiting. She also was very insistent. Avoid killing any of the guards. She says it will raise alarms, but I know the truth. It's because Taznazi used to run with them. They were all part of Dashing Dasalso's crew back in the day. She tries to act like she doesn't care about them after they exiled her, but it's a lie.
Walk softly, Master Hendo taught me. If we get into trouble, be warned. I cannot help. My fists are weapons no longer. Soft as a whisper, quick as a shout. The first finger of the Whispering Claw teaches. As the second finger of the Whispering Claw says, shadows consume curiosity, time, and interest.
You made it, both of you. Taznazi is glad.
Sorry about that. When this is all done, I'll buy you a drink.
Moon's mercy, Serene. When we're done here, I will smash every bottle of wine in Elsewhere.
Not if I drink them first.
Nazdar, you're our way into this tower. Ready?
The ascent of the body is nothing compared to that of the soul. Saint Yosito spoke wisely.
Your knees shouldn't make that noise, right?
They should make no noise, Vol.
Nazdar did well to get us inside, but it looks like this strain was more than he could handle. He needs rest. Which means Taznazi needs to change her plans. Vol is the closest thing we have to a healer. He might be able to get Nazdar moving again, but he needs time, which means he won't be able to pick the locks on Kazda's vaults. Taznazi wants you and Serene to get the vault keys. This one has other business in the palace. When she's done with it, she will meet you at the entrance to the vault, on the lower floors. Taznazi has always said she was innocent of the Salzo's death, and she knows in her heart that Kazda was behind it. She must have proof, not to show the stitches, but to quiet her own soul. She needs that more than her share of the gold. Take care getting the keys. The thugs in this palace are Kazda's most loyal, and just as vicious and cruel as he. Expect no mercy and give none. Serene will help keep things quiet in case fighting breaks out. That was different. Many of the keep's guards were close to the Salzo. They follow Kazda only because they must. The lapdogs in this palace are loyal to Kazda alone. The ones who are closest to Kazda do not show loyalty because they are virtuous, but because he allows them to indulge their worst impulses. I am not telling you to punish them, only that they won't be missed by anyone in the stitches.
I'm paired up with you and the ancient adept or the smarmy wood elf. You look like you can handle a scuffle. I'm only good at knocking myself out with a bottle, but I know a spell or two to muffle the noise of the brawl.
There you are. He's got her. He's got her.
Keep it down. What are you talking about?
Kazda, he and his bodyguard, biggest I've ever seen. They cornered Taznasi and took her back there. You have to save her.
So focused on the future. There's a narrow concealing night behind you.
Blow your eyes out.
You have one friend left in this world, it seems. Not for much longer. Cut! You'll regret crossing Kazda!
He's getting away! Untie me! After him!
Please, Taznasi, spare me!
Shut up, Kazda! One more word from your lying tongue and Taznazi will claw it out. He did it. Everything Taznazi suspected him of. He killed the Salzo. He had her take the blame. He was proud of it. Now that I have my claws at his throat, he discovers the meaning of mercy. He took this one's home from her, the only one she has known, and he couldn't give it back if he wanted to. She has no proof but his word. Even if he confessed and cleared her name, the stitches she would return to is not the one she left behind. One joy is left to Taznazi, to kill Kazda. Then she leaves this all behind her, for good. The Salzo is dead. Everyone Taznazi has ever known turned their back on her. The stitches are in shambles. Why would this one ever want to return to such a place? You are right. Taznazi has tried to forget, tried to move on. Not a night goes by that she doesn't dream of times past. She knows what must be done. Taznazi will make this one face the justice of the stitches. Wait for her at the tavern in town. Taznazi will only make this offer once. Confess to the stitches for all you have done, and she will not try out your torture devices for herself.
Taznasi, you win!
Get up. All the stitches will hear the truth from your lips before the day is done. My friend. No, more than that. Family. Kazda's deeds have been made known to the stitches. Taznazi's name is cleared. For now, at least, there is something to drink to. Or, in Serin's case, something else to drink to. Now Taznazi is home, and you enjoy her hospitality. Raise a mug, kick up your feet, and count your coin. There is much to be done to fix the damage Kazda did, but that is for Taznazi to worry about. Your work is done, even if hers is just beginning. Strange as it seems, Taznazi is not only forgiven in the stitches, she is looked up to. It will take time for the stitches to be as it was. Maybe it will never get there, But even if she cannot live up to Dashing the Salzo's legacy, Taznazi will try. So much as anyone can be in charge of the Stitches, with Kazda in exile, there's hope of going back to how it was, how Dashing the Salzo saw it. They have not entirely forgotten him, or Taznazi. She'll do her part. We all will. The job is done. Their lives are their own. But Taznazi wants to make life better in the Stitches, and she will need help to do so. She could use them, Vol's tinkering, Serene's magic, Nazdar's wisdom, if they will offer it.